architectures, decided to start a discussion group because we felt that somehow the profession was sort of losing its energy in some form, and whether we could just discuss and see where the problems lay. We kept this discussion forum completely informal and open discussion forum going for some 5-6 years, and out of that forum, well, the most important thing that emerged was that we decided to start a museum of architecture, a national museum of architecture, which is something which is happening. But at the same time, we also felt that the architectural profession was perhaps needing to connect much more with society at large. And that it's not just the architecture profession, but all professions seem to be getting into more and more specialized modes of thinking and behavior, and getting a little removed from the nitty-gritty of daily life. But architecture is an ancient profession, ancient discipline really, and it's something which everybody has to face and interact with on a daily basis. We all live in buildings.
So a lot of ideas that I'm going to share with you originated with my work with partners in New York City, as well as mentors and colleagues who are sitting right in this room. What I'm going to do tonight is share my work experience of working in India, Delhi and Mumbai particularly, and mix with some work experience from Rio and New York City. It's going to be a little messy, but I hope that you will grasp the underlying idea so that we can have a discussion thereafter. Why do we need better tools for urban planning? I firmly believe that the practice of urbanization requires tools to understand local values, communicate vital information, and reach shared consensus. Traditional planning tools do not always do that. They do not elicit genuine participation or surface the information needed to gain new insight. Creative tools can enhance engagement, add meaning to data, and create streamlined processes for a stronger awareness of citizen needs. It also helps align community perspectives with urban planning efforts. The first tool that I'm going to share with you is a place-based cultural festival for community-embedded conservation, proposed by an interdisciplinary team that includes Ashish Kanju, Henry, and sociologists such as Yasmin Arif and Sabyasachi. The tool was part of a proposal developed by Intact. It had laid guidelines for community-embedded conservation approach for Mehrauli. Phool Walon Ki Sair is the annual community celebration that takes place in Mehrauli. In Yasmin own words, perhaps no other festival in the city, or in the country even, portrays a public and symbolic celebration of history, the present and an aspired future, particularly in the fraught terrain of Hindu-Muslim coexistence in the nation. Traced back to the later years of the Mughal Empire, it is an occasion that has continued over time to its current form, facing in this wake of nearly 2 centuries the changing times of the city, its people, and its politics, and most of all, a seeming legacy of communal harmony. It is remarkable that this festival is still celebrated every year in Mehrauli, even though its importance in community life has diminished in recent years. But more interestingly, along the route of Phool Walon Ki Sair are the important monuments of Mehrauli, as you can see in the map. The question we asked ourselves, an anchor of community expression and a representation of the settlement's mythology, can the festival be reimagined to make the community members the prime driver of conservation efforts in Mehrauli? The second tool is an annual festival for mediated negotiations and neighborhood consultation. It was envisioned in collaboration with an Indo-French collective, including Amrita Madan from Atelier Anonym and some French partners. It was proposed for reinventing Dharavi competition launched by the Urban Design Research Institute last year. We are all too familiar with the gridlock created by the inhumane densification proposed in the Dharavi redevelopment plan. It was typical of an intractable controversy, where the parties involved hold conflicting frames as they determine what counts as a fact and what arguments are taken to be relevant and compelling. Our challenge was to introduce a new tool that could resolve the stalemate and start a series of fresh conservations in a democratic manner. Dharavi Festival is what we imagine. A step-by-step formation of successive and sustained negotiation. Through the festival, the community can both trigger and drive the reinvention of their habitat. So basically what we imagined was a referee chair, which is sitting right in different parts of the core heart of Dharavi. And people can just walk up these and see different plans that are envisioned for that particular neighborhood. It's really just to capture the social imagination. At the core of the idea is you need to have sustained negotiations, and what is the tool that you can use to capture that?